When Joe Rogan suddenly went silent mid-sentence during what seemed like a casual conversation about hip-hop history, nobody expected what came next. The podcasting king, who has interviewed presidents, scientists, and conspiracy theorists, looked directly into the camera with an expression that chilled his audience to the bone. The list he was about to reveal had been whispered about in industry circles for decades, but never spoken aloud by someone with his massive platform and credibility. As Rogan's voice dropped to barely above a whisper, millions of listeners realized they were about to hear secrets that powerful people had killed to keep hidden. The names that followed would connect dots between mysterious deaths spanning 20 years of hip-hop history, creating a pattern so disturbing that fans immediately began downloading the episode before it could disappear forever. Joe Rogan's platform and influence. Joe Rogan hosts The Joe Rogan Experience, one of the world's most popular podcasts with hundreds of millions of downloads and an exclusive deal with Spotify reportedly worth over $200 million. His platform regularly features discussions about conspiracy theories, government cover-ups, and controversial topics that mainstream media often avoids. Rogan's interviewing style encourages guests to share information and perspectives that might not be revealed in traditional media settings, creating an environment where controversial claims and alternative theories are explored openly without immediate fact-checking or editorial oversight. The podcast's massive audience includes millions of listeners who trust Rogan's judgment and often treat his content as more credible than traditional news sources, making any claims made on his show particularly influential in shaping public opinion. Rogan has previously discussed various conspiracy theories involving the entertainment industry, government agencies, and powerful individuals, though he typically frames such discussions as speculation rather than confirmed facts. Questions arise about how Rogan's platform might be used to spread information about sensitive topics and whether his massive audience creates responsibility for verifying claims before sharing them with millions of listeners. The culture of hip-hop conspiracy theories. The hip-hop industry has long been the subject of conspiracy theories involving mysterious deaths, industry control, and alleged connections between entertainment companies and criminal activities that supposedly eliminate threats to powerful figures. Conspiracy theories in hip-hop often focus on the deaths of prominent artists like Tupac Shakur, the Notorious B.I.G., and others whose murders remain officially unsolved, creating space for alternative theories about who might have been responsible and why. The competitive nature of hip-hop, combined with its origins in urban environments where violence was common, has created a culture where conspiracy theories about artist deaths seem plausible to fans who are familiar with real conflicts and dangers. Social media and internet forums have amplified these conspiracy theories, allowing detailed speculation about alleged connections between deaths and creating comprehensive narratives that link multiple incidents across decades. Some conspiracy theories suggest that powerful industry figures eliminate artists who become too independent, too outspoken, or too threatening to established power structures within the entertainment business. Mysterious deaths in hip-hop history. The hip-hop industry has experienced numerous artist deaths that have been officially ruled as homicides, accidents, or natural causes, though some remain unsolved and continue to generate speculation about alternative explanations. Tupac Shakur was killed in a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas in 1996, with the case remaining officially unsolved despite extensive investigation and numerous theories about who might have been responsible for his death. The Notorious B.I.G. was killed in a similar drive-by shooting in Los Angeles in 1997, 6 months after Tupac's death, leading to theories about connections between the murders and potential involvement by various industry figures. Eazy-E died from complications related to AIDS in 1995, though some conspiracy theorists have suggested alternative explanations involving deliberate infection despite medical evidence supporting the official cause of death. More recent deaths of artists like XXXTentacion, Pop Smoke, and others have continued to fuel conspiracy theories about industry-related violence, though official investigations have identified specific perpetrators in most cases. The pattern recognition phenomenon. Human psychology includes natural tendencies to seek patterns and connections between events, particularly when those events involve tragic or unexpected deaths of people who seem successful and healthy. Conspiracy theorists often point to alleged patterns in hip-hop deaths, suggesting that certain types of artists or those who challenge industry norms face higher risks of violence or mysterious circumstances surrounding their deaths. The confirmation bias effect leads people to notice information that supports existing theories while overlooking evidence that contradicts conspiracy explanations, creating false patterns that seem convincing to believers. Statistical analysis shows that the entertainment industry, particularly hip-hop, does experience higher rates of violence than some other industries, though this can be explained by socioeconomic factors rather than organized conspiracies. Questions arise about how pattern recognition affects perception of celebrity deaths and whether apparent patterns reflect actual conspiracies or coincidental events that appear connected when viewed selectively. Sean Combs' industry connections. Sean "Diddy" Combs has been a central figure in hip-hop for over 3 decades, with business relationships, personal connections, and professional rivalries that span the entire industry and include virtually every major figure from his era. His role as founder of Bad Boy Entertainment put him at the center of East Coast hip-hop during the 1990s, a period that included intense rivalries, competitive conflicts, and, unfortunately, several high-profile deaths of artists and industry figures. Combs' business empire extended beyond music to include partnerships with various industries, creating a network of relationships that conspiracy theorists often cite when suggesting connections between his success and alleged elimination of competitors or threats. The competitive nature of the music industry during Combs' rise included legitimate business conflicts, contract disputes, and rivalry between artists and labels that created real tensions and occasionally resulted in violence. Legal experts note that business success in competitive industries often creates enemies and conflicts that can appear suspicious to observers looking for patterns or conspiracies, even when success results from legitimate business practices. Joe Rogan's approach to controversial topics. Rogan's podcast regularly explores conspiracy theories and controversial claims, though he typically presents such discussions as speculation and encourages listeners to research topics independently rather than accepting claims as confirmed facts. His interviewing style involves asking probing questions and allowing guests to elaborate on their theories while occasionally expressing skepticism or requesting evidence to support extraordinary claims made during conversations. The podcast's format allows for extended discussions that can explore complex topics in detail, though this also creates opportunities for unverified claims to be presented alongside factual information without clear distinctions. Rogan has stated in various episodes that he believes in questioning official narratives and exploring alternative explanations for significant events, though he generally stops short of definitively endorsing specific conspiracy theories. Questions arise about how Rogan's platform handles the balance between open discussion of controversial topics and the responsibility to avoid spreading potentially harmful misinformation to millions of listeners. The viral nature of conspiracy content. Conspiracy theories involving celebrities and alleged criminal activities often go viral on social media platforms because they combine entertainment value with the psychological appeal of insider knowledge and hidden truths. Content suggesting that major podcasters like Rogan have access to secret information creates additional intrigue because it implies that credible sources are willing to risk their reputations to reveal hidden truths. The format of leaked lists or revealed secrets appeals to audiences who enjoy feeling like they have access to information that mainstream media won't report or that powerful people want to suppress. Social media algorithms often promote controversial content because it generates high engagement rates, leading to wider distribution of conspiracy theories regardless of their factual accuracy or potential harm. The speed at which conspiracy content spreads can outpace fact-checking efforts, creating situations where false information reaches millions of people before corrections or context can be provided. Debunking methodology and critical thinking. Evaluating conspiracy theories requires examining evidence, considering alternative explanations, and distinguishing between correlation and causation when analyzing alleged patterns in celebrity deaths or industry events. Critical thinking about celebrity death conspiracies involves researching official investigations, understanding statistical probability, and recognizing how confirmation bias can create false patterns from unrelated events. The burden of proof for conspiracy theories should require substantial evidence that clearly demonstrates criminal activity rather than speculation based on coincidental timing or business relationships between individuals. Media literacy education helps audiences distinguish between verified information and speculation, encouraging evaluation of sources and evidence when encountering claims about serious allegations like murder conspiracies. Professional investigators and journalists use fact-checking procedures, source verification, and corroborating evidence to establish credibility, standards that conspiracy theories often fail to meet when subjected to rigorous analysis. The entertainment value versus harm debate. Conspiracy theories about celebrity deaths provide entertainment value for audiences who enjoy mystery and speculation, though they can also cause real harm to families, reputations, and public understanding of actual events. The families of deceased artists often suffer additional trauma when conspiracy theories suggest their loved ones were murdered rather than died from officially determined causes, prolonging grief and making closure more difficult. False allegations against living individuals can damage reputations, business relationships, and personal lives even when those allegations are presented as speculation rather than confirmed facts. The entertainment industry can be affected by conspiracy theories that create false perceptions about how the business operates and what risks artists face, potentially influencing career decisions and business relationships. Choose DNS arise about whether he entertained value of conspiracy content justifies the potential harm it might cause to individuals and families affected by false allegations or misleading theories. The role of official investigations. Official investigations into celebrity deaths involve qualified medical examiners, law enforcement agencies, and forensic experts who use scientific methods and legal procedures to establish causes of death and determine whether criminal activity occurred. The credibility of official investigations depends on their use of forensic evidence, medical expertise, witness testimony, and investigative procedures that meet legal and scientific standards for accuracy and reliability. Conspiracy theories that contradict official findings typically lack the scientific rigor, forensic evidence, and investigative thoroughness that characterize legitimate criminal investigations conducted by qualified authorities. The legal system provides mechanisms for challenging official determinations through appeals, independent investigations, and legal proceedings that require substantial evidence rather than speculation or alternative theories. Law enforcement agencies have successfully solved many high-profile celebrity death cases, demonstrating that legitimate investigations can identify perpetrators and establish facts even in complex cases involving famous individuals. Protecting truth in media consumption. Responsible media consumption requires evaluating sources, seeking corroborating evidence, and maintaining skepticism about extraordinary claims that lack substantial proof or contradict established facts. Educational efforts can help audiences understand the difference between verified information and speculation, encouraging critical thinking about sources and evidence when evaluating claims about serious allegations. The responsibility of content creators includes clearly labeling speculation as such and providing context that helps audiences understand the difference between entertainment content and factual reporting. Support for accurate information includes respecting the findings of official investigations, acknowledging when cases have been thoroughly examined by qualified authorities, and avoiding promotion of theories that contradict established evidence. Protection of individual rights and reputation requires recognition that false allegations can cause real harm and that speculation about serious crimes should be based on substantial evidence rather than entertainment value. Media literacy and fact-checking. Developing media literacy skills helps audiences evaluate the credibility of sources, understand the difference between correlation and causation, and recognize how psychological biases can make conspiracy theories seem more plausible than they actually are. Fact-checking resources provide tools for verifying claims, researching official investigations, and finding credible sources of information about celebrity deaths and other topics that are often subject to conspiracy theories. Critical evaluation of conspiracy content involves considering the motivations of sources, examining the quality of evidence provided, and seeking independent verification from multiple credible sources. Educational institutions and media organizations can promote media literacy by teaching audiences how to evaluate sources, understand investigative procedures, and recognize the characteristics of reliable versus unreliable information. The development of critical thinking skills helps audiences enjoy entertainment content while maintaining appropriate skepticism about extraordinary claims that lack substantial evidence or contradict established facts. The importance of ethical content creation. Content creators have opportunities to contribute positively to public discourse by focusing on factual information, verified evidence, and responsible speculation that serves audiences without causing harm to individuals or families. Ethical content creation involves balancing audience interest with responsibility to avoid spreading misinformation, ensuring that serious allegations are based on credible evidence rather than speculation or entertainment value. The success of responsible content creators demonstrates that audiences appreciate accurate, well-researched content that respects both entertainment value and ethical standards for information sharing. Professional development for content creators should include education about legal and ethical responsibilities, fact-checking procedures, and consideration of potential consequences when discussing serious allegations. THBR 8 goal involves creating media environments that inform and entertain audiences while protecting individuals from false accusations and conspiracy theories that can cause real harm to lives, reputations, and families. Moving forward responsibly. The future of podcasting and online content depends on maintaining standards for accuracy, fairness, and respect for individuals while providing engaging content that serves audiences' legitimate interests in understanding complex topics. The responsibility to audiences includes providing accurate information that helps them understand entertainment industry dynamics while avoiding content that spreads misinformation or promotes harmful conspiracy theories. Support for truth and accuracy requires commitment to evidence-based content, respect for official investigations, and recognition that false allegations can devastate lives and interfere with legitimate understanding of events. The choice between sensational content and responsible reporting ultimately determines whether media serves the public interest or contributes to misinformation that undermines trust in institutions and harms innocent people. The legacy of ethical content creation includes building audiences who value accuracy and truth while contributing to media environments that support justice, protect individual rights, and serve the broader public interest. If you're as committed to media literacy and responsible content consumption as we are, go ahead and like this video. Drop your thoughts in the comments. How do you think we should evaluate conspiracy theories about celebrity deaths? Do you believe content creators have responsibilities to verify information before sharing it with large audiences? We want to hear your perspective on balancing entertainment with accuracy in online content. Then hit subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss our coverage of media literacy and critical thinking skills. Thanks for watching.